Welcome back, guys. Today I am unboxing a Magic Keyboard for iPad Pro. I have the 11-inch iPad Pro, and so I've got a keyboard here. This was $299. I ordered this on the 18th of April, and they shipped it to me today. Today is the 24th of April. All right. This is pretty cool. I have not owned an Apple keyboard for any of my iPads in the past, so pretty excited about what they've done with this one. So they have a cantilever design on the top here, and then it's actually has a pass-through USB charger, so it charges the iPad while it's sitting up there, and it has a trackpad and backlit keys. So let's go ahead and pull off the plastic. That opens up pretty nicely. They're using a recycled cardboard here. So they got a little recycled symbol inside there. That's hard to see on the camera though. That's all right. And that's much thicker than I expected it to be. It almost feels like a notebook journal right now. You can see this is going to be the thickness of the iPad once it's inside there. Ooh. That's fancy. So we've got the standard designed by Apple in California here. What else? Your standard disclosures inside there. A little bit about the keyboard, how to place it on and move the display. Every single time I'm sitting here and I'm wondering if there's going to be stickers. And I don't always get stickers. That is okay. Just one of those things where I'm looking for them. All right, so looking at the case here, this feels really sturdy. Like this is hefty in and of itself. Trying to decide if it weighs more than the iPad itself. I'd have to look up the numbers. I'll put it in the description down below, but I feel like they're pretty on par, if not a little bit heavier than the iPad itself. So taking a look at this, there's a clear spot for the cameras to go right up in there, and then we have some magnetic connectors on the right-hand side. That's going to be for the 3 dots on the back of the iPad, and this should just snap right on. So I just sort of put it up. It stays right on there. I'm holding this by just the keyboard, and you can see it doesn't fall. I can position it at what sort of angle? So that's about as far back as it goes. And then it can come forward. So it's sort of at that angle, but I think you're then supposed to just use the cantilever here to move it into the position that you want it in. So then once we have the iPad open, it's telling me my face is too far away. Oh, there we go. We got it unlocked. The keyboard is lit up right now, so you guys can actually see those keys so well because it's lit up. Trackpad, as soon as I'm doing this, there's actually a little, it's weird, it's a dot right on the screen, and the dot is changing based on the background color. So down here in the bottom right, it's sort of a white dot. If I move it into the sky on my background now, it's a darker dot. So the dot is easier to see depending on the type of background you put it on. Then when you put it over an icon, it actually disappears completely and lets you start interacting with the icon. If you've used an Apple TV ever, as you move your cursor left, right, or your finger left, right across the trackpad, it's sort of doing a 3D effect on the icon itself. So if I wanted to open something up here, let's say I wanted to open up Safari, I put my cursor down there and it's got a good click to it. As you move over text, it turns into a cursor, so you can click and drag across. It's pretty small though. Like I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, you know, putting my thumb here and using this like I normally use a trackpad, and that feels a little awkward. So I think I'll have to decide, you know, through use, decide if I'm going to use just the one finger click and drag. But then I run out of room. I think it's just going to take getting used to using a trackpad on this if I'd use it a lot. Then the keyboard itself, so if I want to search, I move my cursor up to the top. How to use, wow, I can't type today. The new Apple keyboard. So these keys have, everybody online, they say they have travel. I don't know, they feel like they have a good amount of travel. I will admit I'm not a huge keyboard aficionado, so I don't know. I couldn't say, these are more travel than others. I think it feels a little bit more like I can feel it pushing down further than my MacBook Pro. It is neat that you can see the backlighting underneath there. It really does make it feel more like a computer having the trackpad on there. It's really, but I like that they didn't just move with the standard cursor, but instead they customized it to really showcase where you are. It almost like jumps to the button, which is really nice because, if you were a cursor and you were clicking right here, you'd be like, is that the right spot? So it's really cool that it highlights exactly what's going to be clicked. I think that's a really nice touch. There's gestures, so if I swipe up with 3 fingers, that gets out of it. If I swipe and hold up, then it goes into multiple items there, into the multitasking view. If I swipe left or right, it switches between screens. And then, of course, I guess if I wanted emojis, I can, click on my little language in the bottom left corner. I've got all my copy and paste items, so I can copy paste using the command. That's pretty cool. Right off the bat, I'm going to say I like the keyboard. It does add some little extra weight to it, but it's still a very thin item. And then right here on the side, you can actually see the USB-C. So you can plug USB-C into this. It will charge your iPad while it's magnetically on here, and it is really closed up. Okay, I was just trying to pull the wrong side away. So pulling the right side away, that's easier. And then tilt that up. I think that's a pretty cool keyboard. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. Again, I will try to put the exact weight into the description. And if you guys would like, feel free to subscribe. Cheers.